Welcome to my channel. Today I really want to apologize for not having posting all this while. I've had a lot of choke activities and exam and all that, but now I'm done with all those things and I'm back now, and I promise to be more consistent this time around. Okay, so going into what we have for today, I want to show you guys how to design this cooking competition flyer in Pixellab with your smartphone. A very simple flyer and very easy. Okay, so without wasting much of our time, let's dive into it. So the first thing you are going to do now is to open your Pixellab app. So when you open your Pixellab, of course you go ahead and delete this guy here. Then the next thing I'm going to do now is to bring in the background. So the background, I've already worked on the background and I've already blurred the background, so I will just put it in there into my design. Okay, so here is my background. I go ahead and lock it so it doesn't distract me. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to bring in a shape, bring in a rectangle and put it there. Okay, I'm also going to import a color palette which I already saved for the purpose of this design, for this tutorial. So here is the color palette. I bring it in, go ahead and hide and lock it. So the next thing I'm going to do is to give color to this shape I have here. So when I go to my color, go to gradient, then next thing I'm going to do now is to tap here, then tap on this color here, use the picker color to pick the color I want. So I want a gradient of thick red and light red. So I take this gradient from this side, tap on this one here. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to tap on the color picker here and pick the lighter shade of it. So I pick it here. So I'm going to rotate this the way I want it to be. I want it to be in this direction. So now this is okay by me. I increase the thickness of this. This is okay. So I put this thing here. Then I'm going to rotate it. I rotate it to -4 degrees. So that will be the angle of this flyer. So I take it up there. The next thing I'm going to do is to add stroke to it. I go to stroke and add stroke to it. I want a very kind of, okay, 10 will be okay. Then give it this color. Okay, this color is from that color palette. Okay, if I just want to give it color from this color palette here, I give it the color. Okay, so that's it. I go ahead and duplicate this thing, duplicate it, bring another one here. Okay, so I want both of them here. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to bring in my characters. So I bring in the chefs, the male and the female. So this is one of the chef I'll be using. Bring it in, and this chef I'm going to keep it here. Okay, this chef will be somewhere here. I have to increase the size a little bit. Increase the size a little bit. Okay, this is okay. Okay, so this is okay by me. The next thing I'm going to do is to bring this one above it so it can cover it. Then the next thing I'm going to bring in is the second chef, the female. So I bring her in, then I bring her here. Then the next thing I'm going to do, reduce it a little more, use this one to get more precision. So this is okay by me. So she'll be a little bit below here. Next thing I'm going to do is also bring down this above her here. Then I'm going to lock both of them so it doesn't distract me. The next thing I'm going to write now is the cooking. So I try to create that effect I had on the flyer. So cooking, so it be on caps. So bring it in, then look for font. I'll go to my font. Then the font I used was, what's the name of this font again? Quiet magical regular. Okay, so I increase the size, use my size tool to increase the size the way I want it. I think 100 will be okay. So it will be somewhere here. Then I'm going to bolden it. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to increase the line spacing between the text. Okay, like this is okay. Then I'm going to tilt it to -4 degree. And the next thing I'm going to do now is to give it a color. So I go to color, I'm going to give it a yellow color. Next thing I'm going to do now is to add shadow to it. Go to shadow, reduce this to the highest level, take this, and this will be okay. I'm sorry about that. So this, okay, this is okay by me. This is okay. Then the last thing I'm going to do now is to bring in the eyeballs. So I put eyeballs in it. So from here, so bring it in, go to erase color, go there, tap on it, increase tolerance to the highest. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to go to my eraser, increase the size of the eraser, clean it up, and after cleaning it, I clean up one eye. What I need is just one eye to do what I want to do. Then I'm going to reduce the size so it can fit into this 0 here. So I reduce this very well. Then I'm going to tilt it the way I want it to be. And this way should be okay. I use my position tool to bring it down. This should be italicized. Should be italicized this way. Yeah. Okay. As you can see, part of here was cut, so I'm going to use the padding tool to increase the right padding. And that place is back. Then this, I'm going to place it very well inside one of the OR. So I'm going to change the color of this thing to white, and I'm going to give it a shadow. Because just one is enough. Okay, so add it more. I think this is too much for it, so I'll just position it very well. Now this is okay. Then all I have to do is duplicate it, bring it, and place right inside the second O. Okay, right inside here. Okay, the next thing I'm going to bring in is the tongue. Okay, there is an emoji licking tongue, so I'll bring this one. Then I go to erase color and erase the yellow color in it. So use the color picker, pick the yellow and remove it, increase the tolerance a bit. Okay, now this is okay. Then I'm going to change the color, so I'll change the color to orange, and the dimension I want to the other side to come to this side. Okay, so like this is okay by me. So bring it down. I still have to erase the eyebrows, remove it, and this is okay. Reduce the size, reduce it so it can fit in very well. So I'm going to reduce the size to and this should be okay. So I'm going to place it very well. It's more like what signifies that it's food stuff and it's eating time, all those things. So that's where the idea came from. It's all about cooking. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to write now is the competition. Bring this a little bit down. Competition. So I type in my competition. So here is the competition. I go ahead, go to my font, change the font. The font I used there was Biloxi. I can't remember. Biloxi script. Yes. So this was the font I used. I go to bold and bolden it. And the next thing I'm going to do now is to normalize the angle, which is -4 degree. Then I take it here, increase the size a little more. Okay, increase the size a little more. And place it and fix it very well. I think like this is okay. The next thing I'm going to bring in now is a box. So I'm gonna place it here, just right inside this cooking, and go to opacity, reduce the opacity to 0, give it some stroke. This stroke is enough. Okay, so this is okay. Then I'm going to tilt it to -4 degrees of course. Then I think this is too much. I'm going to take it right back of the lady chef, okay, back behind her. Okay, like this is okay. I'm going to give it a color. I'll give it a orange color, then give it shadow, reduce the blur, reduce, then just one. Okay, like this is okay. I'm going to place it so it can fit in very well in the center of the text. Okay, like this is okay. Then I'm going to bring in other elements that makes up the flyer, like the logo of the association involved. Okay, I already saved this logo on my phone, so I'll bring it in, place it in the center. So these are the logo. I go ahead and lock it. So next thing I'm going to write now is the name of the association. So this is the name of the association. I go ahead, centralize it, then go to my font. I will go to my font. The font I'll be using to write the title is Montserrat. Type of Montserrat, look for an italicized form of it. I think this should be okay. Then I'm going to change the color of this text to black. Black will be better because it has a bright background. So this is okay. Increase this. Then centralize it using my relative position. So I think I have to increase this a little more. This is okay, centralize. Then I'm going to tilt it as usual. So there, reduce the angle to -4 degrees. Then I need to broaden it. Now this is okay. Then take it up. I take it up. Okay, this is cool. Next thing I'm going to write now is the office of the person doing this competition. Office of the vice president. So I'm going to add a background to this text. I'm going to add gradient, background gradients we got the other time. Then increase the right and left padding. Increase the right and left padding. Okay, 20 should be enough. Okay, then the radius, we're going to increase the radius. Now this should be okay. We reduce the size of this thing. Then we tilt it as usual, -4 degrees. Okay, then we go to font and change it to a lighter family of Montserrat. Okay, look for a lighter family of it. I think this is okay. Reduce the size, then bring it to center, centralize it, then take it up. Still have to reduce it a little more. Okay, then centralize it very well and position it very well. Take it down a little bit. Like this is okay. So the next thing we are going to write now is other stuff. Okay, change the color to black. Change the color to black. Then I will also change the font. The font will still be Montserrat. One of this Montserrat we already used here. Okay, this is okay. Reduce the size. Then tilt it as usual. So this is supposed to have a background, but I want the background to have a shadow. So if I want to do this, what I will now do is to bring in a shape. So I'll bring in a shape. If I've given the text a background, it will be only the text that will have shadow. So that's the reason why I brought in a shape, so that the shape can have a background. So I'm going to tilt it as usual, -4 degrees. Make sure everything is synchronizing together. Take it behind this text. Then I'm going to give it a color. I will give it yellow color, of course, orange color, sorry. So give it this color. and this is okay. So I will bring it down and position it very well the way I want it to be. Okay, I think this is even too big. Okay, like this is okay. This is okay. Then I will reduce the size of this. It's too much. Like this is okay. Then place it very well. The size of this thing is still too big, so reduce it. Like this will be well. I think so. Okay, so I'll place this later very well here in the center. This is okay. Then I'll go ahead and give the shape a shadow. One is enough. Okay, that's the shadow I just want. Then I'll go ahead and duplicate it, bring it down here using my grid line, and I'll position it very well so that it will be in the same line with other elements. Okay, here I'm going to write the dates. I just go ahead and copy this, then tap here and edit it. So this is the dates. I'll still go to font to give it different font and give emphasis to the date itself. So I will give a bolder and thicker family of Montserrat for the main date. So like this is okay. Then I just position it very well on this. So like this is okay. Then the next thing we are going to bring in now is the ribbon, red ribbon, what do they call it? Golden ribbon, yeah. So I bring it, as you can see, the color of the ribbon is darker than the color of the flyer. So what we are going to do now is to go to color filter. You go to color filter, increase the saturation, so increase the brightness so it can blend with the color of the background. So after doing that, you go to shadow, give it shadow, reduce the background, the blurriness, just one, just to create contrast. Okay, I think you also still need to increase the brightness of this thing so it can blend very well with the color of the flyer. Registration is free. So I'll go to fonts, use a font I want. I'll be using the font Cool Vertical. Okay, this font is a long font, so use this, give it a color. I will give it a gradient color of that red to give much contrast. Okay, I will also increase the size of the text so you can fill up the space inside there. Okay, check it. So I'll position it very well as I want. I think I need to reduce it. Something like this should be okay. Position it anyhow I want it to be. Position it, take it down. Now this is okay. Then the next thing I'm going to write is registration. So I want to write registration. Increase the size very much smaller and give it a black color. And give it spacing. Then bring it, position it very well as you want it to be. Okay, so I'm done with this part of it. Then I'll write the remaining write-ups. So I think it remains one write-up. Okay, this which is here. Go ahead, go to my font and give it a font, one of the fonts I've already used before. So at least this font should go. Then tilt it as normal, -4 degrees. Okay, so we are almost done. What else is remaining? I think remaining one element I've not added. Yes, the draping element. Okay, this here. So I'll bring it in, reduce the size very much. Reduce the size, take it this way. Still have to reduce the size more. Okay, increase it a little more, give it a white color. give it a white color, then give it shadow. Give it just one. Take down the blurriness. This is okay. Then I'll position it very well the way I want it to be. I'll position it the way I want it to be. Let's reduce the speed. Okay, tilt it so it can blend very well. Okay, this should be okay by me. Okay, so we're almost done. The next thing I'm going to do is to fix this very well and place them in their right spot. Okay, so this here, where is this one? Cooking, the eyeballs, the mouth, competition. What is this? Okay, this is not among. This lines, present, yes, this, registration, no, inquiries, yes, this. I will move them at once. Okay, the way I want it to be. Okay, I think like this is okay. This is not very much aligned. Just one is enough. Okay, so we are done with this flyer. So this is how you can create this amazing flyer in Pixellab. It's very easy, very easy. The resources are all available in the description just below there. Okay, so this is how you can create this flyer. Oh, thank you so much for watching up to this extent. I really appreciate it. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because I'm going to bombard you with more content and videos and tutorials, tips, hacks and tricks, more in graphic design, especially smartphone design. Okay, make sure you subscribe, like and comment. Say your mind under the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you in my next video, and until next time, stay creative.